Bingo.
Amazing audience. It is just about dark here. We are still in Toronto.
T dot.
Oakville, right?
Oakville. Yeah.
Wonderful. And you should see what I'm seeing. I'm looking over the horizon of
Lake Ontario, Toronto,
hmm,
Oakville.
beautiful.
Yeah.
So, whereby the amazing Everold Reid, Ever was on the podcast, connected with him. I think the thing that really stuck out was the Reid method. One of the book he just not too long. It's been what, almost a year?
Yeah, it's just over a year.
Yeah,
Yeah. The Reid Method Blueprint for Achieving Sales Mastery is the book.
yeah. The blueprint for achieving sales mastery, like that. You say that so quickly that it never sticks. Like he says this so quickly. So the blueprint
For Achieving Sales
but yeah,
Mastery.
but you say it so fast, right? The blueprint for achieving sales mastery, the team, the tip, the read method. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, that's great. That's great. So, I mean, tell us what's the update? What's going on again? It's a pleasure
Well,
to be here. Yeah,
I can't, yeah, as I
you're
was saying,
real.
yeah, no, you're real. Like, and this guy's way taller than he seemed on all these videos. I couldn't believe
Yeah, the height.
the height when I met him today. So, I give kudos to you guys first of all for taking on this tour because I've seen all the stops that you've made and unbelievable. I mean, I've traveled extensively for business, but nothing like this.
Yeah, yeah.
So congrats on that. And but as far as I'm concerned, and I mean, since we last spoke, um, many I've been branching out a little bit into some speaking engagements, a lot more speaking and coaching sessions and sales workshops as a result. So the book has done exactly what it was designed to do, was to kind of set a platform, which started off the podcast first, the Reid Method Insider podcast, which you've been on,
Yeah, which
right?
is great, by the
Right.
way.
That's right. And your
Before
episode,
names, just a minute. Like, who else has been on that? We have Hopkins, right?
yeah, Tom Hopkins has been on 4 times.
We were talking about him today.
Les Brown,
Les Brown, right? He's coming back
and
again.
And Les Brown will be on the show on Thursday night, folks.
You're doing such a great job by landing some amazing guests that
Yes.
individuals dream of having on.
Yeah.
How do you do it?
Well, number one, persistence, which I teach a lot. But first is setting those big goals, which I did set from the very onset, that if I was going to do this, as I've seen guys like, Grant Cardone, Anthony Robbins, I started paying attention to Tom Hopkins as, those are the thought leaders and the foundation guys, and obviously Les Brown that caught my attention more and more of late, with his motivation. And so I set some big goals as to, okay, who do I want to have on the podcast? Obviously, guys like Angel, who's been on the show, but just thought leaders, people who are innovative like you are with what you're doing. I actually had those guys on the list. And I actually could not believe that I knocked off 2 of the many that I have
Yeah.
on the list already. And I've kind of developed a bit of a relationship with the two gentlemen, 2 icons in their own right. Tom Hopkins, known as America's how-to trainer. He's a very practical sales trainer. So, been doing it for over 40 years, and I think he's about to retire, but icons. That guys like Tony Robbins, Grant Cardone, and all the younger or the more modern, so to speak, coaches and sales trainers have actually dealt with, and been taught by at some point or the other. And then Les Brown, just an absolute icon in the motivational,
Yeah, definitely.
and I'm like, I can't believe he's on the show,
The second time around.
and the second time around
There
too.
must be
So
something good about what's going on at the show.
I hope so.
I know so.
I
I mean, today seems to be the endorsement day.
Yeah.
Right? Like I had Gabriel Marino, who is with Butts Collision.
Yeah.
And I totally jumped out there. I said I endorse this guy. He has motivated beaters. Then I met Hanimura, and it's the same thing. You know, I've used his content and it works, right? So I endorse it.
Yeah.
Here I am again endorsing what you do. You ensure that the quality level of what
Yes.
sales is represented. I know you've ventured into your workshops, right?
Yes.
Tell us more about that.
The sale, I'm actually about to have my fourth workshop in really the last couple of months, coming up on Friday in Toronto, with Game Changers, the Game Changers group. That is run by Jason Harris, and he's a real thought leader and innovative thinker in the automotive, digital marketing space. You know, a guy that I have to sit there and listen to and take notes from when he starts to talk about technology and how to advertise and market using Facebook and the internet and different social media platforms. So I learned a lot from him. I attended one of his seminars, workshops. He was in, and then he invited me to speak, thankfully. And I'm like, at one of his workshops.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, that's cool. So,
That's great.
yeah,
That.
yeah.
That's fascinating. So, where can people find out more or even connect to you? What's the best way? Where should they go?
I think, well, definitely LinkedIn. That has really worked for me as a professional, and I think you know, anybody that's looking to, you know, ignite their career, I think it's a real place that you need to be. I think we connected on LinkedIn first, you and I.
I believe so.
Yeah, and then Facebook,
yeah.
right? So I've had numerous opportunities on LinkedIn, so I highly recommend that. So you can find me on LinkedIn on the Everold Reid or the Reid Method. You can also check me out.
REID.
REID, yes. Or you can check me out on Facebook under my name as well, Everold Reid, or the Reid Method as well.
Would you believe that my grandmother's last name was Reid?
See? all good things.
Yeah, come on, the Reid.
Reid. All good things Reid. I don't know. Sounds good.
Yeah, my grandmother's Irene Reid.
Irene Reid.
Yeah,
Wow.
So, you know, I wonder. I wonder.
Yes. But I might be a little taller though if I was from the family tree.
Which brings us to your own unique real shoes, the segment where we cover some people see your shoes and your shoes are amazing, right? But individuals don't understand the steps that go with that shoes, the struggles. What has been one of your struggles in the last year?
Oh my goodness. Time, and effort, you know, or staying focused, you know, trying to avoid the distractions and to keep telling yourself, even when nobody will listen, you know, you tell yourself that you got to keep going and you have to maintain your focus and not be distracted. Yeah.
Well, it's fascinating what you've done. You told me when we spoke, I remember that, you know, this self-development thing is new to you.
Yeah.
But you've taken on this thing, Everold, and it's as though you've set someone has set fire on the trail, right?
Yeah. Well, absolutely. And since we spoke last, I have read, actually just since in the last 2 months, I have now read 5 books on Audible. So that's my new thing. And it told me that I've read them so many times that I'm now a pro because I've read over 170 hours in the last just a few months, just a couple of months. So people to read As a Man Thinketh by James Allen, The Richest Man in Babylon. That's a great book on wealth, the greatest salesman in the world.
Augment,
do you know?
Do you know it? Could you do it by heart? Like, could you like say the scrolls? Are you that good?
No.
Oh, because you're on
But
audio. You're on audio.
Yeah. But I'm listening to them. You know, the scrolled Mark 1.
Today I begin a new day.
Today I began a new
I
day.
will greet this day with love in my heart.
Yes.
I will persist until I succeed. I am nature's greatest miracle. I will live this day as if it is my last. Today I am master of my emotions. I will laugh at the world. I will pray for guidance. Yeah.
See? Oh my goodness. Here I'm bragging about the books I've read, and he's reciting the book for crying out loud. Okay, let me put that away.
That's amazing. I'll get that.
Yeah. Yeah, so those books, and but the one I took out of As a Man Thinketh, the one line was, um, men are anxious to be better, so to speak, but are, they don't put enough effort in to improve themselves. So men are anxious to improve their circumstances, but are not willing to put in the work. They therefore remain bound. So you got to put in the work, or else tomorrow is not going to be much different than today.
Yeah, the work is so important. The work is so important. Yeah.
I thought, bravo. I'm like, that sounds like a lot of work. I'm like, oh my God. He's interviewed thousands of people via Facebook and over the phone and whatever, and now he's going to go travel North America. I'm like, it's not the size of Trinidad and Tobago. Trust me. Okay? It'll take you forever. So hence the 3-month journey.
Yeah. 12 weeks is definitely going to carry us through some amazing places.
And 4,000 miles in a couple of weeks.
Yeah. 4,020 days. It's been fascinating though. I was talking with Hani, and he was like, "Did you see the CN Towers? And did you see this?" And I was saying, "Hey, Hani, the truth is this is more important."
Yeah.
Right, the walk by the lake, this coming into the dealership with you, seeing you in your element.
Yeah.
That.
No, I thought that you'd like that. I thought that you might as well see the daily routine.
It lines up, right?
Yeah.
It's like you get to see the individual in their true uniqueness, which is great.
Yes.
Do you have any regrets?
Oh my God! Honestly, I wish I started earlier with personal development. I wish I chased my dreams earlier, I had all these dreams and these goals, but never really took action, or was not committed or focused enough as I am today. So it's almost like, oh my God, I'm in my late 40s. I'm running out of time. I have to be more disciplined now, more focused to try to make good on what I should have done. So that's my regret, is not really completing things that I started that I knew I should have done earlier. Yeah.
Cool. What are you excited about?
The future is bright.
Yeah, I love it.
The possibilities are great, and I'm excited about the progress, because progress, every day I see progress. This is progress. I mean, first we met, we communicated, then we did a podcast. We did 2 shows together, one in your show, one in my show, and now we're sitting together. So that's progress, right?
Yeah, that is progress.
Big time. And so I'm excited by the progress, and I'm encouraged a lot by the people who are willing to help. So if you start like you have done, now you're realizing how many people are actually willing to be there for you along the way. People are coming out from everywhere in North America waiting for you guys.
Which is amazing, right?
Yeah.
People are driving out. You've made your home available for us, which is like, I mean, think about it. Like, this is this guy in the Caribbean, but I mean, what I'm seeing is that I have come parallel with people that have set goals.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's really you getting to your place and me, and it's like we could go alongside. It's like a train. You need the left wheel and you need the right wheel.
Yeah.
And we run on the track. But we get there. We get the people there.
Yes.
So
yes.
It's been amazing. I'm excited for what you do with the Reid method inside a podcast. I'm excited for what you did with the book. I'm guessing there's going to be a second part coming up.
Yeah. I've actually thought about the title already. I just tried to start the damn thing.
You do have a lot on your plate.
I actually have 2 books in mind already, and but definitely I do intend to either be close to be done with one this year. That's one of my goals. One this year and one next year, just so. They say, the car or the bike can't run on one wheel. So there's one book out, I got to get another book. So.
That's good. My friend, in closing, is there anything else you'd like to share with our amazing audience?
Well, the amazing audience is definitely amazing, because I see the support that they've, been showing you all along the journey. And I say kudos to you for your work and your wife, and the commitment. and the commitment to the audience for the support. And there's so many great people that I've actually met or have come to realize that are online as a result of your show. So thank you to everybody for supporting this, man. That's
Love it.
Yeah.
Well, amazing audience. Again, you heard it live from Everold Reid. Do check out his podcast. Amazing content. Look him up on LinkedIn. Everold Reid. Of course, we'll attempt to we could post those things in the comments, right? So it's clickable. Thank you, folks, for being. Well, thank you, Everold.
Yes.
Yes. 12-minute convo. Enjoy.
Yeah, he's real, folks.
He's real. Boom.
Boom. All right, cool.